Now, when it comes to niche brands that do fresh fragrances well, of course, Creed is one of the brands that is often spoken about. So in today's video, we're going to be going over 10 of my favorite Creed fragrances that do amazingly well in the spring and summer of 2023. I'm looking forward to getting on with this list, so make sure to stay tuned. Now, before I begin today's episode and I tell you about these 10 Creed fragrances that perform so well in the spring and summer in terms of the DNA, the brightness, the citrus notes, the aquatic notes, so on and so forth, I think these are perfect for the hotter weather. I do want to start the video off by saying that if you're a fan of fragrance-related content, please do consider supporting the channel by subscribing to it. Hit the bell icon so you can be notified whenever I do upload future videos to the channel. And of course, give this video a thumbs up if you enjoyed it or if you took something of value from today's episode. It would really mean a lot to me. So Creed has a lot of fresh fragrances and there's going to be a nice bit of variety in this list. Let's start off with one for the ladies. This one is Aqua Fiorentina. Now, my wife wore this on our wedding day. I happened to wear Creed Aventus. She wore Aqua Fiorentina. This one with the plum and the bergamot, the fruity notes, the apple. This is such an amazing fragrance, great for the hotter weather. Of course, there's like Royal Princess Oud for the colder weather, and there are a lot of great Creed fragrances, even the men's Royal Oud, that one is great for the colder weather. Spice and Wood is another one, but when it comes to the hotter weather, Aqua Fiorentina is amazing. Let's just get this one out of the way. Creed Aventus. I'm going to be honest, Creed Aventus is an all year round type of a fragrance. You do have the freshness on account of the pineapple, the apple, the bergamot. There are some darker elements in there as well with the birch and the woods, but I think Creed Aventus is amazing all year round, and I know I certainly wear it all year round. In the summertime though, I do like to switch it up and I'll wear some of the fresher offerings, especially numbers 1 through 4 on this list. Now the next one is Royal Mayfair. For this sort of smooth eucalyptus type of a fragrance with a little bit of citrus in there, wow, a really well done, under the radar type of a fresh fragrance from Creed. Also Royal Water. Royal Water is a great under the radar fragrance. It was never a favorite of mine, but I can see why people enjoy it so much. I do apologize that Royal Water is not in this list, but I do think that Royal Mayfair is a great sort of a bright, slightly minty eucalyptus type of a fragrance. Definitely check it out if you've never tried it before. The next fragrance is from the Aqua Originales collection, composed by Julien Rasconnet. This one is Cidre Blanc. Now this one is also very bright, citrusy, a lot of citrus in here, and there's also geranium. So it has the cedarwood smooth base, but it also has that bright geranium, which is a little floral, a little minty. Very, very well done, especially if you're looking for something that strikes a nice balance of being long-lasting, woodsy, but also being rather citrusy as well. Not the longest lasting Creed fragrance, so I will be honest there. Of course, we have Green Irish Tweed. This one is probably the best springtime fragrance. It has the citrus, the lemon verbena, the Florentine iris, the lemongrass. It has so many incredible elements. Super classy Pierre Bourdon composition. This fragrance is an amazing, sort of a niche version of Cool Water by Davidoff, although this actually predated it by about 3 years. It came out in 1985. Cool Water came out in 88. Green Irish Tweed is absolutely spectacular. Super clean, well-groomed, refined, polished, elegant, super professional. I truly love it. Now, if we're thinking summertime, there's one fragrance that comes to mind, and that's none other than Virgin Island Water. Lime and coconut. You know all about this one. People talk about it being this piña colada type of a fragrance from Creed, and I just absolutely love it. It smells like a tropical vacation or an oasis in a bottle. It's a spectacular fragrance. Of course, we also have a lot of fans for Viking Cologne. I own the original Viking. I ended up acquiring Viking Cologne as well. There's just something about this one, that bright lavender, the geranium, the citrus. It's really, really, really fresh. I know the original Viking is a little bit more on the minty side of things, if we're being honest. This one kind of has that added citrus in there, so it's a bit brighter, it's a bit fresher. Actually, people compare this one to Terre d'Hermès, and I personally get that comparison as well. It kind of smells like a hybrid between the original Viking, which, believe it or not, a lot of people compare to L'Anarchiste by Caron, which is now discontinued, unfortunately. But this one is like Viking mixed with, I was going to say Oligarch or Isola Blue by Roja Parfum, but I really meant to say Terre d'Hermès, although those fragrances do smell quite similar to one another. Of course, we also have, oh, I love this one. Every time I see this bottle, I feel like wearing it. This one is an ambergris, bright, fresh, citrusy, melon type of a fragrance, a little salty as well. This one is Erolfa. So this one was inspired by kind of a journey that the Creed family took, and ER stands for Erwin, OL stands for Olivia, FA stands for Fabian. So 3 members of the family, Erolfa, the Creed family, I meant to say. Just a wonderful, bright, fresh fragrance, like being out in the open water on a nice hot summer day. It's such a spectacular fragrance. Of course, in the number 2 spot, one of my Swiss Army knives when it comes to fragrances that I like wearing in the spring and summer is none other than Silver Mountain Water. Himalaya is great too if you're looking for a very smooth, creamy, elegant fragrance, but there's something about the abstract quality of Silver Mountain Water that I truly love. You have the black currant, you have the tea, you have the citrus. Some people say it smells inky, right? It smells like pen ink, or like an inkwell or something like that. And I do get that occasionally, but there's just something about the freshness, the black currant, it's abstract, it's beautifully well done. And the fragrance in the number 1 spot, I was thinking of a fragrance that would bridge the gap between both spring and summer. I love wearing this one in the spring because it has that density. Even though when I think about fragrances like Aventus, I wear it all year round. You know, Virgin Island Water is mostly a springtime scent. Virgin Island Water is mostly a summertime scent. Green Irish Tweed is mostly a springtime scent. This next fragrance is both spring and summer equally. I've been wearing this one since 2012, I want to say. I love this fragrance so much. The saltiness, the fruits, the ambergris, the citrus. It is one of the best that the brand has ever released. And this one is, of course, Millésime Imperial. This fragrance is regal, it's fresh, it's opulent, it smells expensive. It is done so remarkably well, and I can't speak highly enough about it. I've been wearing it now for 11 years and I love it. It comes so close to a signature scent for me. So does Creed Aventus, if I'm being honest. But here you have 10 phenomenal spring and summer fragrances from the House of Creed. If you are a fan of Creed and you haven't tried these fragrances, please put them on your radar. Make sure you have at least a sample of them so you know what they smell like. Of course, the House of Creed is so incredibly popular. It's in some of the biggest department stores out there. So I hope you have the opportunity to try these. Thank you so much for watching today. Thank you so much for your time. If you enjoyed this video or if you took something of value from today's episode, please do consider supporting the channel by subscribing to it. Make sure to hit that bell icon and click where it says enable all notifications. This way you will be notified when I do upload these daily videos. I upload every single day on YouTube. Give this video a thumbs up. It would greatly assist with the YouTube algorithm. That's your way of telling the platform that you like this type of content. You'll see more of it in your feed. Thank you so much for watching. Love you all. We'll see you tomorrow.